Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night to find your cat curled up next to you, or maybe even sprawled across your chest like they own the place? If you're a cat owner, chances are you've experienced this cozy, albeit sometimes inconvenient phenomenon. But here's the thing, when your cat chooses to sleep in your bed, it's not just a random act. It's a deliberate, meaningful choice that says a lot about how they feel about you. Cats are fascinating creatures, aren't they? They're often labeled as aloof or independent. But the truth is, they're far more complex than that. Every little thing they do carries meaning, and where they choose to sleep is no exception. In fact, it's one of the most intimate ways they communicate with us. So if your cat is snuggling up in your bed, they're trying to tell you something, and it's worth paying attention to. Let's start with a little context. In the wild, sleep is one of the most vulnerable states an animal can be in. Think about it. When a cat is asleep, they're not on high alert. They're not scanning for predators or ready to pounce on prey. They're at their most defenseless. So for a cat to choose a sleeping spot, it has to meet some pretty high standards. It needs to feel safe, comfortable, and secure. And if that spot happens to be your bed, well, that's a huge compliment. It means your cat sees you as a source of safety and trust. In fact, studies show that 62% of cats prefer to sleep with their human companions. That's not just a coincidence, it's a widespread, deliberate pattern. Cats are incredibly intentional about their sleeping habits, and when they choose to share a bed with you, it's a sign of a deep bond. It's their way of saying, I trust you. I feel safe with you. You're my person. But why do cats feel this way? What motivates them to climb into bed with us night after night? Well, it all comes down to 4 core reasons: protection and security, warmth and comfort, territory and marking, and emotional bonding. Let's break these down. First, there's protection and security. Your presence provides an extra layer of defense for your cat. Think of it like this. In the wild, cats often sleep in groups for safety. They rely on the size, awareness, and proximity of their group members to protect them from potential threat. When your cat sleeps with you, they're tapping into that same instinct. You're their group, their safe haven. It's kind of like a child running to their parent after a nightmare. They know you'll keep them safe. Next, there's warmth and physical comfort. Cats have a higher core body temperature than humans, around 102 BF, which means they're always on the lookout for heat sources. Your body, combined with the coziness of your bed, creates the perfect, self-regulating heating pattern. Sure, they could sleep in a cat bed or on the couch, but let's be honest, those options don't hold a candle to the warmth and comfort of snuggling up with you. Then there's the territorial aspect. Cats are big on marking their territory, and they have scent glands in their heads and paws that release pheromones. When they bunt, rub their head, knead, or sleep in a particular spot, they're essentially claiming it as their own. So when your cat sleeps in your bed, they're not just sharing your space, they're making it theirs. It's a subtle but powerful way of saying, this is my spot, and you're part of my territory. And finally, there's emotional bonding. Believe it or not, interactions with their owners trigger the release of oxytocin in cats. That's the same hormone involved in bonding between humans. So when your cat chooses to sleep with you, it's an active choice for companionship and affection. It's their way of showing love and deepening the bond you share. It's also a pretty strong counter-argument to the stereotype of cats being aloof or indifferent, don't you think? Now, let's dive a little deeper into what your cat's sleeping positions might be telling you. Because yes, even the specific spot they choose on the bed carries meaning. For example, if your cat sleeps at your feet, they're saying, I love you, but I value my independence. It's a strategic position that allows them to stay close to you while also maintaining an easy escape route. Plus, your feet are often the perfect temperature, not too hot, not too cold. If your cat sleeps by your side, near your hip or back, it's a sign of companionship and social bonding. This position echoes the way wild cats sleep in colonies or family groups. It indicates moderate to high trust, and if their belly is partially exposed, that trust level goes up even further. Now, if your cat sleeps on your head or pillow, they're going for maximum closeness. This spot is warm, saturated with your unique scent, and incredibly comforting to them. It's a sign of very high trust and attachment. They're soaking in your scent and finding comfort in your breath and presence. And then there's the classic on top of you position, whether it's your chest, stomach, or even your legs. This is a strong territorial claim combined with deep bonding. They can feel your heartbeat and breath, which is soothing to them, almost like a weighted blanket. It often mimics the way kittens sleep on their mothers, which speaks to the depth of their attachment to you. Of course, not all cats are the same, and their sleeping habits can vary. Some might curl up close to you in a protective curl, which shows they're relaxed but still a little guarded. Others might go full belly up, exposing their most vulnerable area. This is the ultimate trust signal. It defies their evolutionary survival instincts and is reserved for places and people they feel utterly safe with. Just a word of caution though, as tempting as it might be, don't touch the belly. Even the most trusting cat might reflexively use their claws to defend that sensitive area. And let's not forget the other high trust signals you might notice while your cat is sleeping. A side stretch, with their legs extended, indicates deep comfort and even REM sleep. Paws over the face. That's a voluntary blindfold of one of their primary senses, which is a huge sign of security. And if your cat is group sleeping with other pets and you, it's a clear indicator of social cohesion and a harmonious household. Now, while it's heartwarming to know that your cat's choice to sleep with you is a sign of trust and affection, it's also important to recognize that their sleeping patterns can change over time. And when they do, those changes can carry meaning as well. Some shifts are completely normal, while others might be a sign that something's not quite right. Let's start with the normal changes. For instance, seasonal shifts can play a big role in where your cat decides to sleep. In the summer, they might opt for cooler spots, like the bathroom tiles, or a breezy windowsill. But come winter, they're likely to return to your bed, seeking out the warmth of your body and the cozy layers of your blankets. It's all about temperature regulation, and it's nothing to worry about. Another common reason for a temporary change in sleeping habits is the novelty effect. If you've recently introduced new furniture or a fancy new pet bed, your cat might be curious and decide to test it out for a while. But don't be surprised if they eventually make their way back to your bed. It's hard to compete with the comfort and security you provide. Schedule and lifestyle changes can also influence your cat's sleeping pattern. If your work hours shift or you start going to bed at a different time, your cat might adjust their routine to match yours. After all, they're incredibly observant and tend to sync up with their humans' habits. Similarly, life stage plays a role. Kittens, for example, might be more independent as they explore their surroundings, while senior cats might prefer easier access to your bed as they age and jumping becomes more challenging. But what about changes that aren't so normal? There are a few red flags to watch out for when it comes to your cat's sleeping habits. For example, if your cat suddenly stops sleeping with you and withdraws from co-sleeping for more than a week, it could be a sign of pain, illness, or stress. Cats are masters at hiding discomfort, so a change in behavior like this is worth paying attention to. Another warning sign is excessive hiding or sleeping in unusual spots, like a closet or under the bed. This could indicate that your cat is feeling unwell or anxious. And if they start sleeping in their litter box, that's a major red flag. It could be a sign of a medical emergency, like a urinary tract issue, and you should contact your vet immediately. Restlessness or an inability to settle down at night can also be a sign that something's wrong. Pain, anxiety, or discomfort might be preventing your cat from getting the restful sleep they need. If you notice any of these behaviors, it's always a good idea to consult with your veterinarian to rule out any underlying health issue. Now let's shift gears and talk about how you can strengthen the bond you share with your cat through co-sleeping. Because while it's ultimately up to your cat to decide where they want to sleep, there are a few things you can do to make your bed an inviting and comfortable option for them. First and foremost, create a welcoming bedroom environment. Cats are sensitive to their surroundings, so keeping the temperature comfortable, providing soft textures, and maintaining a calm ambiance can go a long way. If your cat is older or has mobility issues, consider adding steps or a ramp to make it easier for them to access your bed without painful jumps. It's also important to keep your bedroom accessible. Cats dislike being shut out, and a closed door can create unnecessary stress. If you're comfortable with it, leave the door open so your cat can come and go as they please. This sense of freedom and choice is key to building trust. Establishing a bedtime routine can also help. Cats thrive on predictability, so incorporating quiet play, gentle petting, or even a small treat before bed can signal to your cat that it's time to wind down. Over time, this routine can strengthen the bond you share and make co-sleeping a more consistent habit. Another tip is to provide a dedicated spot on the bed for your cat. whether it's a blanket, a small pet bed, or even just a specific corner of the mattress. Giving them a sense of ownership can make them feel more comfortable. It's a subtle way of saying, this is your space, and you're welcome here. Of course, it's equally important to respect your cat's boundaries. Not all cats are natural co-sleepers, and that's okay. Forcing them to sleep with you can backfire and damage the trust you've built. Instead, let them come to you on their own terms. Respecting their preferences shows that you value their autonomy, which can actually strengthen your bond in the long run. And let's not forget about hygiene and safety. Regular flea and tick prevention, routine vet checkups, and a clean litter box are essential for keeping your cat healthy and happy. If you're an allergy sufferer, washing your bedding more frequently can help minimize allergens. And if you have young children, it's best to avoid co-sleeping with cats to ensure everyone's safety. Now, here's the emotional takeaway. When your cat sleeps with you, it's so much more than just a cozy habit. It's a multi-layered message that combines trust, warmth, territorial marking, and emotional bonding. It's their way of saying, you're my person, and I feel safe with you. Interestingly, this bond is often reciprocal. Many cat owners report feeling a sense of comfort and stress reduction when their cats sleep with them. In fact, 65% of owners continue co-sleeping with their cats, despite minor sleep disruptions. It's a testament to the deep connection we share with these incredible animals. And when you start paying attention to your cat's sleeping positions, you'll realize that they're not just sharing a bed with you, they're sharing trust, affection, and a unique form of communication. Every spot they choose, every little stretch or curl carries meaning. It's like decoding a nightly love letter from your cat. So what can you do with all this newfound knowledge about your cat's sleeping habits? Well, it's not just about understanding their behavior, it's about deepening the bond you share with them. When you start to see their actions as deliberate and meaningful, it changes the way you interact with them. Suddenly, those little quirks, like curling up at your feet or stretching out across your chest, become moments of connection, opportunities to strengthen your relationship. Let's take a closer look at how you can use this understanding to create an even stronger bond with your cat. For starters, pay attention to the subtle messages they're sending you through their sleeping position. If your cat tends to sleep at your feet, they're showing you that they value their independence while still wanting to stay close. It's a delicate balance, and respecting that space can go a long way in building trust. On the other hand, if your cat sleeps on your head or pillow, they're seeking maximum closeness. This is a sign of deep attachment and comfort. And it's a great opportunity to reciprocate that affection. You don't have to do much, just being present and allowing them to soak in your scent is enough to reinforce the bond. And if your cat sleeps on top of you, well, congratulations, you're their favorite human. This position is all about connection and security. They're not just claiming you as their territory, they're also finding comfort in your heartbeat and breath. It's a deeply intimate gesture, and it's worth cherishing. But what if your cat doesn't sleep with you at all? Does that mean they don't trust you or love you? Not at all. Every cat is different, and some simply prefer their own space. It's important to remember that trust and affection can be expressed in many ways, not just through co-sleeping. If your cat prefers to sleep elsewhere, look for other signs of bonding, like head bunts, purring, or following you around the house. These are all ways they show their love and trust. Now let's talk about some practical tips for creating a bedroom environment that encourages co-sleeping, if that's something you and your cat both want. One of the simplest things you can do is make your bed as inviting as possible. Soft textures, cozy blankets, and a comfortable mattress can make a big difference. Cats are drawn to warmth and comfort, so the cozier your bed, the more likely they are to join you. If your cat is older or has mobility issues, consider adding steps or a ramp to make it easier for them to climb onto the bed. This small adjustment can make a world of difference for a senior cat who might struggle with jumping. And if you have multiple cats, try to create enough space for everyone. Cats can be territorial, and providing separate spots on the bed can help prevent conflicts. Another important factor is routine. Cats thrive on predictability, so establishing a bedtime routine can help signal to your cat that it's time to wind down. This could include a few minutes of quiet play, some gentle petting, or even a small treat. Over time, this routine can become a comforting ritual that strengthens your bond. Of course, it's also important to respect your cat's boundaries. If they're not interested in co-sleeping, Don't force it. Trust is built on mutual respect, and giving your cat the freedom to choose where they sleep is a big part of that. Remember, the goal is to create a safe and loving environment where your cat feels comfortable and secure. And let's not forget about hygiene and safety. Regular flea and tick prevention, routine vet checkups, and a clean litter box are essential for keeping your cat healthy. If you're an allergy sufferer, washing your bedding more frequently can help minimize allergens. And if you have young children, it's best to avoid co-sleeping with cats to ensure everyone's safety. Now, let's circle back to the emotional takeaway. When your cat sleeps with you, it's not just about warmth or comfort. It's about trust, connection, and love. It's their way of saying, "You're my safe place." And that's a pretty incredible thing, isn't it? To know that this independent, often misunderstood creature has chosen you as their person. But it's not just a one-way street. Co-sleeping with your cat can have benefits for you too. Many cat owners report feeling a sense of comfort and stress relief when their cats sleep with them. There's something incredibly soothing about the gentle weight of a cat curled up next to you, the sound of their purring, and the warmth they provide. It's a reminder that you're not alone, that you're part of a bond that transcends words. In fact, studies show that 65% of cat owners continue co-sleeping with their cats despite minor sleep disruptions. Why? Because the emotional benefits far outweigh the occasional inconvenience. Sharing a bed with your cat is about more than just sleep. It's about connection, trust, and the unique bond you share. And when you start to decode your cat's sleeping positions, you'll realize that they're not just sharing a bed with you, they're sharing their world. Every spot they choose, every little stretch or curl carries meaning. It's like a nightly conversation, a way for them to communicate how they feel about you. So the next time you find your cat curled up at your feet, stretched out by your side, or perched on your pillow, take a moment to appreciate what they're trying to tell you. Because in their own quiet, subtle way, they're saying, "I trust you. I feel safe with you. You're my person." As we bring this full circle, it's worth reflecting on just how special it is to share your bed and your life with a cat. These creatures, often misunderstood as solitary or aloof, are actually deeply emotional and intentional in their actions. When they choose to sleep with you, it's not just about finding a warm spot or a soft surface. It's about trust, safety, and connection. It's about saying, in their own quiet way, "You matter to me." And the beauty of this bond is that it's reciprocal. Just as your cat finds comfort and security in sleeping with you, you likely feel the same. There's something profoundly calming about the presence of a cat. Their rhythmic purring, their soft fur, their gentle weight, it all creates a sense of peace and grounding. It's no wonder so many cat owners report feeling less stressed and more connected when their cats sleep with them. But let's not forget that this bond is built on mutual respect. Cats are independent creatures, and their trust is something you earn over time. By paying attention to their needs, respecting their boundaries, and creating a safe and welcoming environment, you're showing your cat that they can rely on you. And in return, they show their trust and affection in ways that are uniquely feline, like curling up next to you at night. Now, as we wrap up, let's revisit some of the key takeaways from everything we've explored. First, remember that your cat's choice to sleep with you is a deliberate and meaningful act. It's a sign of trust, safety, and emotional bonding. Whether they're sleeping at your feet, by your side, or on your pillow, they're communicating how they feel about you. And when you start to decode these sleeping positions, you'll gain a deeper understanding of your cat's unique personality and preferences. Second, keep in mind that changes in your cat's sleeping habits can carry meaning too. While some shifts are completely normal, like seasonal changes or the novelty of a new pet bed, others might be a sign that something's wrong. If your cat suddenly withdraws from co-sleeping or starts sleeping in unusual spots, it's worth consulting your vet to rule out any health issue. Third, if you want to encourage co-sleeping, focus on creating a welcoming and comfortable environment. Soft textures, a predictable bedtime routine, and a dedicated spot on the bed can make a big difference. But always respect your cat's boundary. Not all cats are natural co-sleepers, and that's okay. The goal is to build trust and connection, whether or not your cat chooses to sleep in your bed. And finally, cherish the moments you share with your cat. Whether they're snuggled up next to you or simply lounging nearby, these moments are a testament to the bond you've built together. They're a reminder that in a world that can often feel chaotic and overwhelming, there's comfort to be found in the quiet companionship of a cat. So the next time you wake up to find your cat curled up at your feet or stretched out across your chest, take a moment to appreciate what they're trying to tell you. Because in their own subtle, silent way, they're saying, "You're my safe place. You're my person." And really, what could be more heartwarming